create one project. So CJ20N, this is a transaction code where we create a project /n CJ20N. Okay, so we have a three frames. One is a project structure and last project creation, and this is a dashboard. So I will just go and create a project here. Okay, so this is a
recording allow cheyatలేదు sir.
Second. Can you try now?
Yeah. And now it is allowed.
Okay, so this is a project definition. Basically here it's kind of a text field. It has to be copied from your structure indicator. So we will just go to the configuration in the SPRO. Okay, all my project configurations will be available in the PS node. So you can see here project systems. So first is structures. So we have operator structures, we have templates and project planning board. So operator structures is which you want to create on your own. Templates are standard templates will be available. If you want, you can use those standard templates. So while creating or referring, so basically when you create one project, you can make that as a template and copy it whenever you want. So if your entire company is doing the same kind of projects every time, so you can just make one project ready and copy everything and modify. So instead of creating the entire project from the beginning, normally companies will follow the template, create one template and copy this for future references. Okay, so now we will go to the operative structures. So operative structures are nothing but your project. You have a WBS element, network and milestones. Okay, so first I will go into the operative one. So first is a coding mask. So we discussed yesterday the number range for a project. So this is nothing but similar to your plant maintenance structure indicator, but here this is called as a project coding mask. So what it has some special characters and it has a coding mask. So we need to use a project only with these characters. Okay, so other than this, if you want to use, say for example here we don't have at. So if you want to use something with it will not allow. So whatever it's allowed here, those can be used only while creating a project. Okay, so the coding mask, we have these many projects. So one is starting with J, T, Y and Z. So I will just go and create one with A. Okay, so my requirement is I will start with 4x dot n. So this is my project. Okay, and I will say this as my turbine. Oh, it has to begin. Okay, it is only just 2 length. So we will see why it is 2. So let me see the indicator again, structure project length. Okay, so this is starting with this. Okay, so I will go into A and it should be starting with this, and I will put like this dot xxx. Okay, so this is the structure we need to follow. I will show you this. I will say turbine. Okay, so I will come back to the project. Yeah, so it is showing that project has to be started with a special character, and this is the first length special character. So always it should start with this or this, whatever we have within the SP. Before the grayed out, whatever the variables are there, the special characters, the project should start always with this characters. Okay, and it will be the only one length. So what is the length of the project? So when I go into the project here, okay, here, so this is the length it's showing, project ID with one length. So if I try to put two, it should not allow. So like for example, I will put AB. So it shows the key to length. It should be always starting with one place. So where it is controlled, this is control in the project specifications, the special characters. Yeah, so this is the special characters of the project. So where I say always the project length should be one. So if you want to create more than one character, you can change it. But once in the production system, once a project is created, system does not allow you to change it. Okay, this is a one-time activity. Before you create a project, you should understand what is the length of my project, whether I can go with the one length or two length or three length or four length. Based on this, normally the system will allow you to enable the length of the project. Okay, next is when you are defining the number range, the coding mask, there will be some special characters. So those special characters, the system is mentioning as SP only until which is a grayed out. Okay, so all these are all the special characters you need to follow when you are creating a project. Now I will go to the CJ20N. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just creating a project. So when I say starting with this length, okay, so I will say I will just go to the project coding mask again. So it should start with the A, it should be starting with like this character. So always 0 represents your numerical and X represents alphanumerical. So now what I will do, I will put like this and ABC. Okay, so this is my project. And always you have to enter a project profile. While creating a project, there will be always a project profile. So project profile is nothing but in the configuration, you will maintain some kind of master data and some kind of information which is required or which can be automatically copied into the project. So it has different values, like what kind of a project we are creating, what is my master data, what is my sales org data, and what is my planning data, what is my networks, and what are the controlling settings. All these things will be available in the project profile. We will see the configuration. Before we go, I'll just try to create standard project profile. Okay, so when I'm trying to enter this, the system is copying some kind of a master data. So I will change this. I will try with the 1710. So here in the system, 1710 is the standard company code they are following. So all the data you can try with only this company code. So if you want, you can create something, but in the standard, only this is available. So whenever you have a time, you just try to create your own enterprise structure. So we can use that one. So somebody is using Vikram is you only, huh? Or somebody else? Okay, so I'll just come here and so maintain this project builder, and here I'm assigning my controlling area. So controlling area which is assigned to my company code 1710 is this one. Okay, so this is the project at a basic level. I just created a project, and when I am trying to create a project, always the status will show as a created CRTD. Unless I go for a release or go for some subsequent steps, the status of the project will always hit to a CRTD. Okay, in the control area, we have just created a project profile. It will copy most of the data, like your result analysis, your company code, your enterprise structure, sales org, plant, whatever is important, like network profile, everything is copied from the project profile. So the project profile is nothing but how a project should be run. So that is controlled in the project profile. Okay, administrative data will say when I save this, who has created the project, when it was created, at what time it was created, all those details will be shown here in administrative data. And long, if you want any text to be created, normally this is the text what we have. So other than this, if I want to have any other text, you can create. So almost it will have some 250 lines of text. Okay, so I'm just saving this. Yeah, so now project is created. If I want to open the project, I need to click here. Okay, if I just double click this and go for a search, you will see a project. This is my project 123.abc, and hit enter. It will take you to the project. So here you will see all the data what you entered. So it is a create mode. So I will try to release this. So if I want to release this, I will go to the edit of the project. So here the status you can say released. So this is similar to your CS or PM release or your sales order release, but it is controlled using some other functionalities also is enabled when you release the project. So basically now our idea is we will create a turbine project. So we will create a project structure that we already seen, and now create a WS element. Under the WS element, we create a network and activities. Okay. So this is a detailed structured project definition, and now I'm going to WS element. Click on this triangle. So I will have a characters like a main WS element. It's a WS. Okay, so under this main WS element, I have design. This is a design WS element. So I will maintain this as a Okay, so under this I'm just creating. Now I will go for another WBS element, so which is WBS underscore 1.1. Okay, so this also under this analysis, I will go for third one, which is my procurement. So WBS hyphen 2, which is my procurement. Okay, so I will go with third WBS element only, WBS underscore 2 hyphen dot 1. So this is under the procurement. Okay, so here I will say external, and I will put another one as WBS underscore 2 hive dot 2. It's an internal procurement. Okay, so finally I will put one more which is assembly. Okay, so I'm just creating three structures. So now if I open this WBS element, I will be able to see my total WBS element structure. So this is my main WBS element, main project. Under this I have a main WBS element. Under each WBS element I have one design, and under the analysis we have a procurement, we have a external and internal. So like this I'm just creating. So if you want anything to be modified, so for example I want this procurement also under the main WBS element, just assign like this. Okay, and you don't want this assembly, say for example external should be under the procurement. You can do a drag and drop. Internal also to be under the procurement, and assembly you want to say assembly to be under the main WBS element. Just drag and drop. So even if you are not able to understand the steps when you are getting a WBS element, you can just go to the WBS element, assign whatever you know. So later you come back and you can manage it. Okay. So this is my WBS element. Now if you just go into the WBS element and click on this, you will be able to see the structure. So I have one main WBS element. Under this I have a WBS element 1, WBS element as a procurement. Okay, and as external, internal and assembly. Like this we have. So is it clear for you? So you have any questions or any doubt? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Yeah, so is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on the main WBS element, whatever the data we have, it is basically copied from the project. So how the data is copied from project to the WBS element is from the project profile. So under the project profile, we have assigned this, some data which has to be specific for entire project, or maybe I can say which should be common for entire project. So that data is copied from your project profile to the your project information. From there, it will be copied to the main WBS element and to subsequent WBS elements. So if I go into the basic data, so I see this is a capital investment. Okay. So here you have to say whether it's a turbine project or customer project or investment project. So what is the difference? So if it's a customer project, you will be not having, so if it's an investment project, you will not have any revenue out of it. If it's a capital project, you will not have a revenue. Customer project will have a revenue, and overhead project, you cannot bill to the customer. Okay, so I will say turbine project, and this will control whether you can do it for billing or not. So we have these three indicators. So basically this will control your total WBS element. these are the control parameters for WBS. First one is your planning element. So what planning element will do? Element will say, okay, at this WBS element, I can plan for my operations, or I can plan for my activities, or I can plan for my components, or I can plan for cost or services. So when you set an indicator as a planning element, you cannot do any account assignment, which means you cannot do any postings for this, only just a planning. And what is this account assignment? So account assignment, you can hold all your actual cost postings at a account assignment level. All your FA postings will happen at account assignment level. Like when you plan for some, say, I want some 2 components for this project. So you plan for 2 components, but at the time when you are actually starting the project, you understand, okay, 2 projects or 2 materials is not enough. I want to go for some 4 materials. So posting more than what you plan, that can be done only at account assignment, which is triggered. Okay, it's account assignment level. And next one is your billing element. So if I set for my project as a billing element, which is nothing but this project can also post on revenue for whatever the WBS element is set as a billing element. For that WBS element, and billing element or account assignment element or the planning element, all the 3 can happen. But mainly billing element, if a project is set as a billing element, which is nothing but you can plan a revenue from for that WBS element, which is set as a billing. Okay, so that's the difference. So is it clear? So the main difference is, if I have a planning element, I can only do a planning. If I have a account assignment element, I can post FI postings. If I go for a billing element, which is nothing but I have a revenue out of it. So any questions? Hello? So you have any questions?